Your video looks amateur, and I can tell you exactly why. After years of filmmaking, I've discovered that professionals aren't using expensive gear. They're using 5 techniques that most people completely ignore. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what separates scroll stopping content from footage people skip. So let's dive in. Hello everyone, I am Stephanie of Creatively Miss Me, YouTube Tips and More, where I make YouTube easier for the beginner and the seasoned creators alike. Now, secret number 1, light makes or breaks everything. Here's the truth. You can shoot on your phone, but if your lighting is bad, your video looks terrible. If your lighting is great, even on a cheap camera, it looks cinematic. The easy win is natural light. Golden hour. You film 1 hour after sunrise or before sunset for instant magic. On cloudy days, free, beautiful, soft lighting with no harsh shadows. Window lights. It's positioning your subject near a large windows inside. Avoiding noon. Overhead sun creates unflattering shadows under eyes and nose, which I have noticed that a lot. Now I'm going to show you an example of that right here. Midday lighting versus golden hour. Cloudy day versus window light. Going indoors and using simple artificial light. You don't need expensive gear. A $30 LED panel changes everything. Even a ring light. You know, you guys, we can get a ring light very cheap on Amazon. The basic setup for lighting is the key light, your main light. You place it at 45 degrees on the side of your subject. Alright, the second light is the fill light. It softens the shadows. It's placed on the opposite of the key light by the dimmer, which is over here. And the third light is behind me, which is the backlight. It separates the subject from the background and you place it behind them. Now I'm going to show you my setup on how it does. Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about lighting. I was asked last month to show how to use the proper lighting or what lighting to use when recording a video. Now I am no means a professional, but I did do a little research to find out the proper setup for lighting. Now this is the light kit that I use, and my sister purchased this light kit for me last year for Christmas. So this is the proper setting for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down and show you how it looks when someone is sitting in a chair and recording a video, to show you the different types of lighting. So I hope you enjoy this, and if you have any questions, please leave them down below so I can answer them at the best of my ability. Okay, this is the setup that I learned that was for lighting. Now you have the fill light, the main light, and the background light. Now, of course, it's called the key light is the main light, and that's the source that should be on the right side. It doesn't have to be the right, it could be the left side of the camera. The fill light is an added light, and it helps with a shadow, so you won't get a shadow on your person. It should be on the opposite side of your main light. Now your backlight is to remove any separation between the subject and the background. Now the secret tip is there should be a smaller light sitting farther back to give you the distance between the wall or whatever's behind you and the subject. But that's a lot of extraness, and I don't do that. But this is the proper setup that I learned for your lighting. Now what I'm going to do is to show you an example of how the different lights look. Now the reason I'm not talking is my husband is looking at the game, and I have the lights set up to show you the difference in shading. Now all 3 lights are on right here in this caption, and I'm going to turn them off one by one so you can see the difference in the lighting of the videos with the proper lighting. So I'm not looking stupid for no reason. I am sitting here because I wanted to show you the difference of the shading. Now in this one, I've cut off the background light, so you can see there's a little shadow or shading over here for the background light. Now here I've cut off the filler light, so you can see the difference. Only the background light and the main light are on, and you see the shadow on the other side. Now here I've cut off the main light, and you can see the difference in the shading here as versus I have on the filler light and the background light. You see the difference in the backgrounds? Yes, I know I look goofy, but I was trying to show you the example of the lighting. Here is the setting. That's the main light with no cover on it. Then you have your tripod where your camera sits, and you have your filler light with the umbrella to make it a little softer. And then on the back over here, you have the smaller background light. Now I have it sitting there, but it should be sitting closer to the wall. I just want to show you the setup and the angles of all the lights. Now of course right here I am using the natural light. I am sitting in front of the window in my formal dining room. That's the best light. If you cannot afford to get a light kit at this time, the natural light outside is a wonderful light. You put your camera at the back of your camera at the window, open your curtains and blinds, and you use your natural light, and you see you have a good light on me for this caption here. Yes, I'm looking a little goofy, but I just wanted to show you the difference in the lighting. Now quick test, can you see the reflection of the light in my subject's eyes? If yes, you're doing it right. No reflection, move the light. Now if you have glasses on, you know that you always have a reflection of the light in the glasses, so that'll let you know that you need to tilt your head down just a little so you don't get that light in your glasses. Now I always forget to do that, and I've been working on learning to tilt, so that's one thing I'm working on as well. Now the second secret is to frame it like a pro. That means frame your shot. Now great composition is why you should stop scrolling on some videos and not others. It's not random, it's a technique. The rule of thirds is you use it always. Turn your camera's grid at that 3x3 overlay. Don't put your subject dead in the center. Place them where the lines intersect on the 3D. Now I'm going to show you an example of that. It instantly looks more professional. Now I'm going to show you on my camera how you set that, and you'll see the framing. Now even as I'm doing this recording, I have the grid on my camera now recording me, so I know that I'm not directly in the center, I'm in the grid. Okay, now leading lines. Use roads, fences, hallways, or even rivers to draw at your viewer's eyes towards your subject. Diagonal lines feel energetic. Horizontal lines feel calm. New things I'm learning. So I'm going to show you some examples in the B-rolls of those two. Add depth. Include something in the foreground, slightly blurred, your subject in the middle, and the background elements behind it. This creates a 3D feeling that pulls viewers in. Now I'm going to show you an example of that. One rule for faces. Leave space above the head, not too much about the first width. If they're looking right, leave more space on the right side of the camera. This feels natural to the brain. Before you hit record, ask yourself, where do I want the viewers to look first? Then frame it accordingly. Do you want them to see what's on your right side or your left side? So right now with me, I have the viewers looking at my left side because that's where my name is on my channel, and that's where my sign is on Faith, right? So that's why I'm sitting more in the frame, so you'll see more on the left. Okay? Secret number 3. Audio will kill your video faster than anything. And you guys know I always talk about that. I need you to hear this. People will forgive, okay, video. They will forgive video quality, but they will not forgive bad audio. They'll click away in seconds. The microphone rule. Please listen. Your camera's built-in mic is terrible. You need an external mic. Period. A lapel mic. It'll clip onto your shirt or your dress perfectly for talking heads. It's like $20 to $50. And you can find one a little bit cheaper than that on Amazon. A shot mic. It mounts on your camera and it captures what you're pointing at. Now that runs between $50 and $150. Okay? Now I'm going to give you an example of me using a shot mic and using the lapel mic or a clip-on mic that I put on my phone. Okay? Over there. Hi, this is Stephanie, and this is me doing the recording with just the phone mic. Okay, I'm sitting close to it. Now I'm going to step back. Hi, this is Stephanie. This is me standing back from the mic. There's a difference. Hello, and here I am using the lapel mic. It's easy to pin on you so you can do your videos. And I have a little piece to it that sticks inside your phone where it makes it adapt to your phone really simply. I also have one that you have a long cord on that you can plug into, but that was the first one I had. But now this one here is basically wireless and it makes it much easier. Now here I am standing far away with the lapel mic on. Can you tell the difference between the lapel mic and the phone mic? Let me know. The recording rules. Get the mic close. Every foot away from your subject, audio quality drops dramatically. Use headphones when recording. You'll catch problems in real time. Scout your noise. The quiet hum you ignore, it'll ruin your audio. Listen carefully before filming. Record 30 seconds of silence. This room tone saves you from editing. Test it right now. Record yourself with the camera 6 feet away and then record it with a $25 lapel and see the difference. It will shock you. Secret number 4. Planning saves everything. Oh my gosh. Here's what separates pros from amateurs. Professionals plan relentlessly. Every moment of planning saves you an hour of filming of editing. Your simple shot list. Before filming, write down every shot you need. You need a wide shot of your location, a medium shot of the subject, a close-up of hands detail, over the shoulder angles, reverse angles. You need to plan all your shots before you sit down in case and also for your thumbnails. Also scout your locations. Visit beforehand at the same time of day that you'll be shooting the video. Now if you're shooting outside or somewhere in your home, where does the sun come from? What's the background noise level? Where can you plug in lights? What is the background that might be distracting? The night before checklist. I always push, do a checklist the night before. Make sure all your batteries on the charger, that your memory cards are formatted, backup batteries are packed, shot list is printed, location address saved if you're going somewhere, and if you know you're doing it in your home, you know what room needs to be clean. Now also with that, you also need to make sure that your family knows that you're going to be filming in that area, so everyone knows to stay away and be quiet at that quiet time you have set up to record, correct? Alright, now here's a pro move. Group your shots by locations and setup, not story order. Film everything in one shot before moving. This saves hours. So like if you're going to be cooking. All right, you take a picture of your stove before you start. You take a picture of all your ingredients before you start. You take a picture of yourself standing in front of the ingredients before you start. And then as you cooking, you take shots that you want to take. But when the meal is done, you have to remember to take a picture of the finished product, a picture of you holding the product or standing with the product, however you want to do it. You need to have these planned out so you don't forget. So when you're filming, if you're cooking, you know they always want you to taste. So you have to film the food before you taste it. Take the picture and then record yourself tasting the food, so that way you have all your shots. Now, sometimes what I do when I have to take a shot, if I'm cooking, I hold the plate and I just stand still and I count in my head to 10. And that's a shot. I can edit that out and use that in my video if I need that thumbnail or whatever. That's if I don't have my clicker to take a picture with it. Now, secret number 5. The movement tells the story. Static shots are fine, but powerful movement transforms good videos into great ones. But here's the key. Every movement needs a reason. The essential movements: a push in that builds tension, it draws attention to the detail. Pull out reveals content, creates an emotional distance. Pan, follow action or reveal a new information. Orbit, you move around the subject for the cinematic feel. The golden rule of movement: move slowly. What feels slow to you looks perfect on camera. What feels normal to you is rushed and amateurish. Stabilization options: use tripods. They are essential for any serious filming. They run between $30 and $100. A gimbal. Now, gimbal is something I really want, but they're a little pricey. A gimbal is a smooth handheld movement, and it's between $100 and $300. Did I already say that? And then a DIY slider. Now, you can use a skateboard or wheelchair for tracking shots. They're free. Now, if you set it up in the chair right or on a skateboard, you can move it slowly and get your movement shot. It just depends on what you're doing, you know. Now, handheld techniques. It says tuck your elbows in, breathe steadily, walk heel to toe like you're sneaking up on someone. This minimizes camera shaking. Yeah, that's something that Stephanie has been definitely working on to try to get everything going right, because sometimes your girls' handheld be shaking. Now remember, don't move the camera just because you can. Move it to reveal something, create emotions, or enhance your story. Now, your plan of action. You know the 5 secrets: lighting, composition, audio, planning, and movement. Right? Now, here's what to do next. Feel something using the golden hour light or window light. Number 2, turn your camera's grid and use the rule of thirds. Number 3, get a cheap lapel mic and hear the difference. Number 4, write a shot list before filming anything. Number 5, add one purposeful camera movement. You don't need perfect gear. You don't need perfect conditions. You need to start practicing these techniques today. Your best video is always the next one you make. If this helped you, hit the subscribe button. I'm breaking down filmmaking techniques like this every week, for the next couple of weeks rather. Drop a comment telling me which secret you'll try first, and I'll respond to every single one. Now grab your camera and go create something amazing. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.